right? With the sync,
Mhm.
obviously the sync settings, if you want to reset, you know, like something is off or whatever, you want to reset it, you just come in, put an extra slash or a period on the end, hit OK, and then edit it again and move it back to what it should be with just the one slash. So that will reset. So, and I'm just telling you guys what I've learned from Bill troubleshooting with me. So that's one thing to, if it's like the sync doesn't work, that's one thing that he will have me do. Also, you can clear the default file, right? Which is like if they connected to the wrong file or whatever. I don't know what the things are, but you can clear the default file. If we need to, we can add application to startup, right? So there's like a couple of little things in here that you can self-serve. We can uninstall and reinstall the sync client, right? Re-download and install the sync client. So those are things in here. And then also too, I don't know if you guys have ever played around with it, right? But if you scroll, so it's top to bottom, it's kind of like the WinLog, QB WinLog. And it's top to bottom. And then if you click on this, it tells you what the request was over here. And then also you can see, like, see if I can make it bigger. There we go. You can see, right, if there was an error on post, you can read through the coding of like what happened, right? So this is all little things that, so like the other day I saw on, and they're like, oh, I created the transaction's not syncing. So I came in here and I looked at it and I saw the thing and I saw what was not syncing basically, right? And I said, okay, well, let's just clear out that field and go again. So that's one thing. Troubleshooting is, you can use some of these things in here. The other is inside of CX. They have a couple of things in here. And where did they put it? Let me see. Okay, so they have, nope. Where is it? Tick. Oh, maybe it's under admin. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, admin dashboard. So under reports in the admin dashboard, you can see what companies they're syncing to. And if there's multiple companies, right, you can see that there, right, which is a problem that I've seen. They try to connect to 2 different company files. I don't actually know the steps to troubleshoot that, but that could be one. Maybe we could ask for steps to troubleshoot that. And again, I'm just talking into this so that we can transcribe after. The sync history. So if you can't see their sync for any reason, the sync history is duplicated up here. So I can come in and see, right, what happened, and I should be able to see the same information. And you can like choose start and end date. So that could be helpful. Yeah. I don't know what data manager is, so maybe we need to ask what that is. I'm not sure. Resync data. So if for some reason, like the customer list seems like it is off, you can go in and check this and say resync selected, and it will like do a fresh sync of customers again and make sure it hasn't missed anything. There's that. And then I think that the biggest is in here under sync errors. So you can see the sync errors. Any customer, and you can just like literally run through the list, right? So let's freaking back. So this is Austin Candy Shop North. There's an error when modifying customer element, blah, blah, blah. QuickBooks error message, this list element is in use. So what is it? Austin North. So I should be able to go in and edit and save. Now, if there is an actual error, it should reflect here, right? And then when I come in, see how that error is now gone. And all it took was an edit save, but that error is now gone. So every once in a while, too, we could just go in and run through and see, like this is saying item, blah, 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 is placed in the request in incorrect order. I don't even know what that means. I'm just going to try to hit save and refresh and see if no, that one didn't fix itself. Again, we can ask if we get to this point in errors, right? It's placed as incorrect order. So my guess is it's something like, see how chocolate bear is in here twice and grape cola is in here twice? My guess is it's something along those lines. Yeah. So I would delete that line, maybe delete this line and see if that saves it. Refresh. Nope, still, I'm not sure what. Item 687, press in the request in incorrect order. Also, there's an order chooser. There's a sort order column. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe it looks like maybe these has extra lines. I don't know. Yeah, all the way down to 34. So maybe if I can delete. Let's try it. Let's try delete. Kind of a pain in the booty, right? But delete. I save it and see if that's okay. Delete. Am I moving at all, or am I not moving? Save, refresh. Nope, it's still there. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to have to ask on this one. We're going to have to ask why, right? So, but this is just it. We want to get to these errors. Okay, so the other thing is, so going through these sync errors, right? Item receipt. Yeah, I don't know what this one is. So again, I'd have to tell him to give an object. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go through these with them. Oh, look at, they're disappearing slowly, though, as I do that. Are they disappearing? Or maybe they're not disappearing. No, they're not. Okay, so I'm going to have to ask this. This one, item receipt, it says transaction is empty. So perfect. Okay, so this one has no site, right? So it's saying the transaction is empty, I guess, maybe. So it didn't sync to QuickBooks. And if it hasn't synced to QuickBooks yet, then you will see this delete be active because we can still delete it in CX. If it has synced to QuickBooks, then we can't delete in CX anymore. Okay, so if you ever see this, if it's on a customer, if it's on an item or wherever throughout CX, if the delete's there, that means the transaction has not gone yet. And so we can remove it, or we can try to fill it in, which my guess is that was because the site wasn't there on the item receipt, right? Okay, so little troubleshooting steps inside of here. Cool on that one. Oh, and I just showed the delete. Okay. Oh, and then there's just a reset, right? So like if you go in to create estimates and like they have messed around and done all sorts of things, and somehow, right, you can come in and where is it? Oh, here. You could come in and reset to the original values, right? The original view. So they have the reset here. I don't know where the reset is up here. Maybe they don't have one for header. Oh, no, that's revert. I'm not sure. But on reports, that matters a lot, right? So if they go into their AR aging summary and they mess with it a whole bunch, right, by dragging and dropping columns up top here and adding columns and filtering by and removing by, then we can come in and revert back to the original reset, to the original layout of the report. So that's not what these little guys are for. I think that those are the only troubleshooting steps that I know of. Anybody else had any?
That's really the only other thing I could think of, because I mean most of the stuff we've saw with CX, it's been either like known issues that Bear and them are aware of, or it's been like really just moving the CX sync from one computer to another, and then it's really streamlined there. Once we put in the API, it connects back up, and then I just make sure that they're seeing it connected on the same side, on their side.